Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Everly Jenny. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with me. I know it has been a minute. Oh my God, I keep on saying that. Sorry. But I've been trying to just come back to just doing videos. It's been crazy, so many things, motherhood, what. But I'm back, and I don't plan to go anywhere, like to disappear completely. No, I love shooting videos, and I can't run away from you guys. So stick with me. So today's topic is know when to be silent. So yeah, I've just been thinking about sometimes how you tend to maybe say the wrong things at the wrong time, or sometimes you tend to speak too much, and maybe the situation didn't warrant you to speak a lot. Maybe it required you to say nothing. So sometimes you end up speaking and messing up or saying the wrong things at the wrong time. So I just came up with a few points on know when to be silent. So number one, when you're not thinking straight. So sometimes it can be in any situation. Sometimes, for those who drink, maybe you've drank too much, and you go talking, and probably you're with your colleagues, or something of that sort. Or maybe you're upset about something, probably you're not in the right frame of mind, probably there's so many things going on in your mind, maybe you're overwhelmed, you have fatigue, and so you go and you can snap at someone. It's very easy to just snap at someone and say bad things and just mean things, and then you'll regret later when now you've cooled down and you've come back to your senses. Now you'll be able to, you think like, well, what did I say? Why did I say this? And then maybe you've already messed up relationship, or you've already messed up your reputation, and someone won't look at you the same way. So yeah, so it's good to try and be silent whenever you're not thinking straight, or just walk away. Feel like you're not going to say something good, just walk away and just prevent yourself from saying the wrong thing. Then the other point is also when you don't have proof or facts. So sometimes you end up saying something when you don't have proof or facts. Probably maybe someone has told you something, maybe from hearsay, maybe they've just even come up with something and about someone else, and they've lied, and maybe they've said, this person said this about you, so, or maybe this person has this, and you like, and you don't really have the proof. So it's good to be silent until you get the proof and the facts. Or sometimes you tend to react. Probably someone just makes up something about someone else, and you react and you snap at that person, and probably that was a false thing. Probably this other person wanted to mess up with your relationship. So you end up like messing up something else just because you don't have all the proof. So it's always good to get the proof. If you feel like there's something going on, like it's good to always dig deeper before you maybe start questioning someone, or try and start having a conversation with someone. It's always good to just be able to get your facts right before now being able to confront someone or speaking about something to someone. Then the other point is also when your views are not appreciated. So sometimes it can happen, like you find maybe you are in a space where with someone who doesn't appreciate your words, they don't value your words. So sometimes maybe you're in a circle, or you're in a group, maybe you've gone to a group setting, and people, maybe they don't really appreciate your words, so they won't value whatever you have to say. So it's always good to just keep quiet and just, sometimes it's good to just read the room and just realize maybe if you say something that people don't even take it seriously, people just assume, or they will be like, oh, okay, next, so just know when when your views are not being appreciated, or maybe someone is not really valuing you as they should, then it's best to just keep silent. And sometimes it happens even with relationships. You find maybe this person you really had an interest in, and you come and found out that they don't even care about you that much the way you cared about them. So sometimes when you want to write that long paragraph, or you want to just tell them and call them out on so many things and talk to them for hours, but when you just realize they're not worth, not even you saying anything, and they won't even appreciate your words. So it's just best not to say anything. Then the other point is also when your words will cause more harm than good. So sometimes when you realize if you talk, you're going to say something bad, or you're going to be negative, maybe you're not going to add value to this person. So it's better to just keep quiet, because you know very well that if you say something, it will just add more fuel to the fire. So it's always best to keep quiet in this situation. So it's always good to just use wisdom. Even in the Bible, I forget the verse, it says that sometimes even a fool looks like a person who's wise when they keep quiet. Yeah, so it's always good sometimes when not to speak, when you don't, you feel like you don't have the right words to say, or you're sure that your words will cause more harm than good. Then the other point is also when something is at the concept stage. In this, I mean, when maybe you're doing something, maybe you're working on something, probably it's a business idea, and you just started thinking about like the idea, like, you're trying to find out like, what can I do? Maybe you've already established what you're going to do. So maybe you're just researching and you're not even come up with, you know, really, you've not really started it completely. So sometimes it's best to keep quiet until something is, until you give birth. That's what I say. Like sometimes until something is birthed. And sometimes it's just best to keep quiet and just until yeah, it's best to just be private about some things, especially when it comes to maybe something major you're doing. Maybe you're working on, like, even traveling. It's as simple as even traveling. Like, let's say there's something you're really planning to do, and so instead of going and telling people, because sometimes when you go and tell people, the people who don't want the best for you, and it might actually jinx things, and you might end up not even going where you wanted to go, or even the business might even not end up coming to fruition because you talked and maybe someone else was like, okay, I can steal the idea, or just something. You know how people are. So it's always best to just wait until something is birthed, wait until something is at the last stage so that you can be able to announce if you can. And yeah, it's always best to be silent, especially at the concept stage. Then the other point is also when you have nothing to say. So sometimes in some situations you find yourself, you just don't have anything to say. So instead of just saying empty words or pointless things, it's always best to just keep quiet, because you just feel like it's not even going to add anything. So you always have to question yourself, like, whatever I'm saying, will it add value to someone else? Will it be positive? So always really think about what you're going to say, because they always have an impact, and people will really they will really remember you by what you say. They'll really remember, and people can remember you for years. So always try to be kind, even in whatever you're saying, whatever you're speaking, because some people will remember for years. Even if it's your child, probably you call them names, or you told them maybe you're useless, they'll remember that for years. So it's always good, if you have nothing to say, just keep quiet. Then the other point is also when angry. So sometimes, when you're angry, you just snap. You find yourself snapping and telling somebody, I don't like you, I hate you, get out, get out. I want you in my life. Like, you're so pissed off, you can end up saying some things that are hurtful and you don't mean it. So when you cool down, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? So probably you've already chased that person away. If it's a friend, or if it's you're in a relationship with someone, or just someone, anyone in your life. So you can end up pushing someone away, and bringing them back or working things out will be so much hard, because they'll still remember what you said. So if you're angry, I think it's always good to just maybe take your time to cool off. Even if it's take a walk, just go somewhere else to cool off and process things, and then now be able to come and talk to this person in a calm manner. So yeah, then the other point is also when someone wants to gossip with you. So when you see someone is trying to gossip with you, because gossip is bad. Gossip is really, really bad. It's not good to gossip about people, because always feel like if you gossip with someone, they'll also gossip about you with other people. So when you see someone is, inviting you to gossip, and it can be juicy and enticing. So don't take the bait. Avoid. Just try and avoid. Maybe change the subject, or yeah, just try and show them that you're not interested in the gossip and conversation, and they'll just leave you alone. They'll be like, okay. Because people want you to be like, oh, okay, and you also chip in, oh yeah, I remember. So it's always good to just avoid gossip at all costs. Then the other point is also when someone else is speaking. So I think this is rather obvious. When someone is speaking, it's best for you not to interrupt them. You just ensure that they speak their piece, and then you can be able to respond. Or when you interrupt, like, don't interrupt someone. It's rude. It doesn't look good when you just interrupt someone, or when you try and speak over them, it looks like you're trying to dominate them. So it's always good to respect someone else by just waiting for them to speak and finish, and then now you can respond. All right. And the other point is also when the timing is wrong. So sometimes, I think this is / yeah, when the timing is wrong, actually, it's like you just have to wait, your turn. Because sometimes you're like, okay, you want to interrupt, or you want to say, even me, it's like just let people speak. You know, when someone's done, then your turn will come, and then you'll speak and all that. And if that person is also a mature person, they'll let you speak your piece, and then it's like that. You know, life is just reciprocal. You give and take. You know, so yeah, when the timing is wrong, just avoid speaking when the timing is wrong. Then the other point is also when words won't do justice. So sometimes your words won't do justice. Like you will just speak, and it doesn't make a difference, you know. So sometimes it's just good to just sit in silence and just appreciate a moment. You know, it doesn't have to be filled with words. You don't have to fill silence with words. Sometimes silence is just, you know, pure, if you ask me. So yeah, so just know, I think that was the last point I had for you today. So just know when to be silent, know when to speak, and you'll find yourself like saving yourself from a lot of issues, because people tend to speak a lot, and you end up like saying things that you're not supposed to say, or end up saying a lot of things, or spilling your secrets, or just, you know, messing up just by speaking things that you're not supposed to speak. So yeah, those are points that I had for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, it's your girl Everly Junior. I've been having an amazing time just being here with you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Until next time, bye.